wants to speak to you. Go to the Daggerfall Mages Guild. Quick, quick!
Finally! Glad to see that my calculations and speculations proved correct. I assumed you'd eventually show up here, and as usual, the Great Mage was right. I recently received a message that was apparently meant for you, from an oracle. It came to me in a most unsettling Well, I was about to portal to Elynne for a proper meal, but since you're here now, we might as well discuss that message. It came down to the last syllable. Her predictions are open to interpretation, but her words made me uneasy. A web of trouble. It means you need to find the Oracle and make sure she's all right. I enchanted a small boat to take you to an isolated part of Glenumbra, near her last known location. And take this... As it so happens, the Great Mage knows a great deal about a great many things. What else can I tell you before you go? Uneasy? I don't believe that's the word I used. Nevertheless, her prophetic verses tend to be loquacious and hauntingly beautiful. This one, well, trouble could mean almost anything, though nothing good. The island could refer to Artaeum, the home of the Sigic Order. You'll have to take that up with the Oracle. I suppose you figured into her vision, or whatever it is that spawns her prognostications. If this Oracle Mariv belongs to the weird. The usual sorts of dire predictions. Most recently, Mari foresaw the deaths of Kings Fulbert and Tamlin. She has an unusual knack, an ability to see into other realms. Believe me, I tried. Mari has always been a loner, even more so than her fellow Wyresses. She said she had more to do and that you would come to save her. So surely you can puzzle that one out on your own. It will take you exactly where I told it to go. But the magic isn't permanent. Best get a move on. Give you the... What? Do you think I have a boat in my pocket? That it folds up and fits in your backpack? Ridiculous! I did get the name the Oracle provided me with right, didn't I? I've magicked the medallion so that you can use it to call me to your location, provided the need is great and I'm not otherwise occupied.
Only the finest wares here.
Quality and variety. Come see for yourself.
Ah, excellent. You got my message. Apparently that little creature isn't completely useless. Banekin can be such children. I hope you've nothing pressing. I can't be strutting around the city wearing my imperial regalia, can I? Your concern about my fashion sense is touching, but irrelevant. I've called you here. By now, it should be clear your prophet emperor brought these catastrophic events upon us. Everything that transpired is his. Granted, Minimarco can be very persuasive and charismatic when he wants to be. We all believed him when he said we could... You saved Varen's life when you rescued him in Cold Harbor. In return, he lied to you about his true identity and his part in causing the Soul Burst. He manipulated... Varen wants to assemble a new group of companions in the vein of the original 5. Claims it fulfills a prophecy in those wretched scrolls of his. Superstitious. In the chaos following the Soul Burst, Sahan stole the Amulet of Kings and fled the Imperial City. We're going to need that relic. And he is the only... He was captured by Minimarco's agents and taken to an undisclosed location. We need to find out where... Minimarco keeps his most secret documents at Norvalk, a hidden lair of Daedric cultists in the Stormhaven. Travel to Stormhaven's eastern reaches and look for the Norvalk ruins. If I can endure Titanborn's inane prattle, I can survive your assuredly errant... Well, if you must pry. I am Chancellor to the Elder Council and Overlord of Nibene. But of all my titles, the greatest is my family name. Politicians? A grossly inadequate word to describe our duties and our legacy. The Tharns have a storied history of advising kings and emperors. Ah, there's the rub. With my untimely defection, my family will likely be divested of its holdings. The name... Don't sound so smug about it. This is a setback, nothing more. By allying with you, I will liberate the Empire from Menemarco's grip. The Empire is all that matters to me. Clivia, she is comfortably lodged in Menemarco's pocket, along with my nephew, Jabard. I doubt they've given my disappearance a second thought.
Stop! Don't come any... Oh, you're not one of those Daedric monstrosities. First these Daedric aberrations and now you? What trouble has Oracle Mariv dredged up this time? The Great Mage? That doesn't surprise me. He's always had a peculiar fascination with Mariv's talents. My sister prefers her solitude, but we come by occasionally to check on her. Interesting. I noticed fresh ink on one of her parchment sheets. I think she was writing something when the Daedra appeared. His vision must have been special to attract... Perhaps. But there's no evidence of violence here. No, I think she sent her message and escaped to a place of safety. Probably the old weird site in what is now the mines of Chorus. It's a good place to hide. Be careful. Those old mines may be abandoned, but that doesn't mean they're empty. Meanwhile, I shall tell my sisters what occurred here.
Torch it!
The summoning worked perfectly, as I knew it would. I assume you need my assistance? You decided to utilize the Medallion of Summoning. Very well. Then you might as well tell me how the search for the Oracle goes. Let me see that. A little too familiar a greeting for my taste, but the Oracle always follows her own. It's all in the turn of phrase. Messages, elements, ritual, proper order. Look for items that represent the elements. Air, earth, water. I'll find the prepared ritual site, and you place the items in the proper order. That should do the trick. A little... The weirds draw power from the earth bones, so elemental items make sense. A pure gemstone. You don't get much closer to elemental earth than that. What's that? A feather? Wait a moment. What's light as a feather? A cup of water. Well, that's disappointingly obvious. Mariv must have been in a hurry. Weird rituals aren't complicated. Just place the items in the proper bowls. Ah, something is happening.
Master Varnus, is that you? You're the one I saw in my vision. I knew you'd be able to puzzle out my clues. The Chaos Bringers, they caught me. They're taking me to an Iliad ruin somewhere in Auridon. Bawan, I think they said. Look, Somerset, the green and pleasant island of the High Elves. Artaeum, the vanished home of the Sigic Order. Both are caught in a dark and terrible web. I saw servants of the Dark Princes. They want to use my gift, get me to reveal the location of Artaeum. You need to help me, Bawan. They're taking me to... Hurry! Remember, Bawan!
That sounded... not good. You really should make haste and get to Bawan. No. This affair has taken on a completely different meaning. If Artaeum and the Sigic Order are involved, I need to keep the Mages Guild out of it. What happens next falls on your shoulder. Somerset is the ancient home of the High Elves. I was born and raised there. Mariv's vision suggests a threat to the island. There are people I need to warn. The island vanished 350 years ago. The Right Master hid it in some pocket plane for who knows what purpose. I studied at the Kapora Tower during my time with the Order, but I've done more than enough. My break from the Order and the subsequent formation of the Mages Guild has never sat well with my former teachers. If this involves the Sigics, I won't do anyone any good by insinuating. I have my suspicions. They're obviously connected to the Dark Princes that Mariv mentioned, but beyond that... I know probably the same thing everyone wants. To get her to reveal something they want to know. And I'm concerned it might involve the Sigic Order. Mariv's ability... The Sigic Order is a monastic society that follows the old ways of magic. I belonged to the Order myself back in the day, before a disagreement over another member led me to break ranks and form the main. Mariv not only sees into the hidden places, she has a way to contact them. It allows her to communicate with the Sigic Order's Right Master. I assume that's one way the Order keeps... Because they might be able to use her to locate Artaeum. At least, that's my working theory. I will alert the Mages Guild of Somerset about the threat.
Traveler, a moment please. Green keep you, Traveler. If you wouldn't mind, I have a favor to ask. I have a missive that must reach Valkilgard.
Adept, we need your support once again. Valaste has translated the book you earned in Sheogorath's mad play. Aye, she's ready to summon the portal for you. I'll meet you in the Isles. Just hurry if you please, Adept. I'm worried. You'll find the Mistress of Incunabula in the deserts of Alikir, at the Guild Hall in Sentinel. Good luck, Adept. It's Valaste. She's been working day and night to understand these books. Sheogorath has a warped and twisted mind, and I worry that this work is taking a toll on her. Honestly, Adept, no. Valaste has a singular mind. As long as those books are cursed such that I can't read them.
I hear you're going to match wits with the Mad God. I don't envy you. Might I suggest looking over my wares before you go?
Shalador found you. Excellent. I've puzzled out the hints from that last book, and I'm afraid the news isn't good. Your next trial is in a particularly nasty part of the Shivering Isle. Not unless you've spent your life poring over obscure Daedric tomes. The chateau is in the darkest part of Dementia. I'm fine, Adept. I'm just tired. It's become very draining to travel.
Good. You've arrived. Welcome back to the Isles, Adept. We must be wary. This part of Sheogorath's realm is twisted and corrupt. I'm not sure. I've never been to this part of the Shivering Isles before. We're after the final tome, though, so we have to assume he has something... Yes, it is as I said. She has worked herself night and day. And Sheogorath's dark intellect is focused.
Not so fast there, Shalador. Only invited guests at the chateau. We have standards, you know.
Damn you, mad god!
Don't let the door hit you on the way out, Shally. And off you go. Ha, just the two of us. Now we can talk in peace. Ah, my little mortal. I'm a man of many personalities, but the game is afoot. or a leg. In fact, all manner of severed limbs. Of course! This is my chateau! It's me family's estate! Gets handed down from me to myself and so on and so on. Up the road behind me is our guest quarters. But silly me! All 3 rooms are already occupied. Frankly, they've overstayed their welcome. Catch? Such an untrusting soul! If there were a catch, I'd say it's the 2 of my guests are murderous cannibals. My advice? And remember, try to relax.
Be wary. Talk to these guests carefully before you try to throw anyone out.
I can hear you, Shally! Don't bother my guests!
You're the only one that thinks you're funny, mad god.
I can hear someone out there. Hello? Yes. Wait, no! Is the Master playing his games again? Wait, I mean, scenarios. I do enjoy his scenarios. They taste so yellow. Yes, yes! Evict me! Open the door right now, or I'll peel off your face and wear it like a mask! I'll claw through this wood and tear out your succulent throat with my teeth!
Is someone out there? I can hear you moving. No, not at all. There are things skittering around in here. Oh, don't evict me. As long as I ignore the noise, it's quite nice in here. You can't see the poetry of my soul from behind a door. You can't look into my eyes and know that my mind is my own. You can't see the intensity of my truth.
Hello? Is someone there? I sent for room service hours ago. Yes, actually. It's very pleasant. Some odd things here and there, but overall... Look, are you room service or not? What? Well, no throwing me out. Throw me out and I'll have my advocate drag you before the Aelynne courts. We'll strip you of every coin you've ever earned, and every coin your sons will ever earn.
I can hear someone out there. Yes. Wait, no! Is the Master playing his games again? Wait, I mean, scenarios. I do enjoy his scenarios. They taste so yellow. Yes, yes! Evict me! Open the door right now, or I'll peel off your face and wear it like a mask! I'll claw through this wood and tear out your succulent throat with my teeth! Freedom! I'll add you to my wardrobe!
Is someone out there? No, not at all. Oh, don't evict me. As long as I ignore... I just want to make you understand.
Hello? Yes, actually. What? Well... Fine then. My advocate will be contacted. I'll show myself out. But I'm not taking that dreadful portal.
That's a perfectly good portal! I should know! I made it! It's been so long since we had guests. You would have loved my old Uncle Leo back in the day. Charming dinner conversation. When he wasn't bringing up old girlfriends. Well, let's see. Now that you're settled in, you should tour the grounds. We have this... Why do I need a reason for everything? Mortals, mortals, mortals! Always needing a reason to do things! For example, people like... Oh, jolly good, you're getting it! I knew if we spent enough time together, you'd start to think like me. I have that effect on people. Mind what bumps in the night now.
Only 2 more to go. This trial is child's play.
I'm gonna bind... So, what did you think? What was your favorite part? No, don't answer that. I can see such confidence. Braggadocio! Gumption! I want you to meet the family. So many fond memories. There was that one time with the scalpel. And all... Aye, we have an old rhyme about him. 4 lights in a row, poke one to make it glow. Remember, vacations are about enjoying the little moments.
Those poor souls. Sheogorath's family.
How do you keep getting back in here? I blame Haskell.
Apparently not everything is under your control.
Not yet, anyway. most beautiful part of the chateau. You can see why I've held on to the place all these years. Now, just hold on there. Haven't you been wondering? Well, you should. And before I give you the last tome, before I reward you and Shally for all you have, that's spoil sport. Suffice it to say that old Uncle Leo have quite the history with the ladies. Too much, I'm afraid. To be honest, it's become an embarrassment to them. Give the old lug my love before you rip his skull open, will you? Would be so proud if you hadn't already murdered most of them. Always sad to see a good man die. Leo's death just now. I should make you fight narwhals on the open ocean. I should make you run a gauntlet. Yes, well, I'm sure you and Shalador would be very happy with your new book. Of course, Valaste. Give Valaste my best.
You've returned. You've done it. We have them all. Now I just need to closely study the books together as a set, and we should be able to find Shalador's island. Wish me luck, my friend. I'll need it this time round. Yes, Adept. I recovered quickly after you left. I'm just feeling a little weary. These books are like word labyrinths. There are layers of meaning upon meaning, endless research avenues. He's laden these things with oblique references that only someone with my math... Like I said, just a little weary. Don't worry, Adept. I'm up to the challenge. I'm one of only...
This place smells worse than the harborage.
You will not break me, King of Worms.
I can and I shall. Where is the Amulet of Kings?
You cannot break the will of a son of Yakuda. I spit on you.
So, Sai-Sahan is alive and he has not been broken. An important piece of the puzzle, to be sure, but where is he being kept?
Chim El Adabar, the amulet of the kings of glory, an artifact of the divines, a badge of office for the ruling emperors of Cyrodiil, and the key to my ascendancy. Yet it eludes me. Exploiting its power to bring about the calamity of our age was intoxicating. It made me aware of the limitless possibilities available to one strong enough and fearless enough to use it to achieve his own ends. The amulet has the power to create or destroy, but it also has the power to undo the damage caused by the soul burst, to mend the tear in the barrier between Nirn and oblivion. I must recover it before some fool fixes that which must remain broken.
He knows of our plan to use the amulet to set things right. We must rescue Sahan before he can be broken.
My wife will never know what happened to me. Take word to my wife. Augustine Deron should know I didn't make it.
Guard's iron will cannot be overcome with standard interrogation techniques. Physical tortures appear to be useless. I have therefore instructed the Daedra to move Sahan into the Halls of Torment. The Duchess will be most pleased to have a new guest. His flesh is strong, but perhaps her tortures of the mind will break him. I have come too far to allow this upstart swordmaster to thwart my plans. I will find the amulet, one way or another.
This is the information we've been looking for. At last, Sahan has been taken to the Halls of Torment. Oh yes, it's Cold Harbor's most nefarious prison. The Daedra in the Halls of Torment reach deep into the dark. It's an effective tactic. The Daedra mock our emotional attachments and the memories that form our sense of self. Daedra have no use for such things. They are... Of course I can. I am Abnur Tharn. But first, I have a bit more research to do.
What can I do for you? Rough luck. Thanks so much for bringing news.
You find me well, Stendarr be praised. Dosha's tender ministrations are the worst to befall me in some time. Tender... Sees all colors would be the one to ask about that, oh my comrade. I have seen the journal, but have little idea what...
Good to see you again, comrade. You recall our encounter with Dosha, yes? Yes. We called in several favors to do it, but we've cracked her code. We're not sure, but it seems to have something to do with that Mortum Vivicus her notes mentioned. Mizenelt is far from... I will open the portal. Takes just a moment. Dosha was no scholar. She did nothing idly. A treasure of some kind. A potent weapon, or an epic spell. Dosha knew of this place, and so others do as well. If we don't retrieve whatever it is, others will. The last days of the Dwemer were endless war. Their mages raced to perfect ever more esoteric spells. A holdfast of the Dwemer, the dwarves. We're somewhere in Hammerfell, I think, near the South Dragon. If I did, I'd be the wisest woman in Tamriel, comrade. No, why does the river take us anywhere? The Dwemer built complexes all throughout northern Tamriel. My guess is that we're at this ruin for a treasure of some kind. Dosha kidnapped our comrade, Merrick. She intended to harvest his soul for Molag Bal, in service to a plan involving this... many things. The journal spoke of this place, but it also spoke of... terror. What in Nern?
The undead are close behind us. We must hide the remains of the weapon. Now!
The automatons are still active. We'll die down here!
We will see this done, or Molag Bal's hunters will chew on our bones.
Kurano is right. With any luck, the constructs will hold back the dead. Let's move!
I still think this plan is madness.
Those were ancient ones. Aliens in a Dwemer ruin. What went on here?
Damn it. Kurano is dead. The weapon will be lost forever.
No, there's still hope. Osterand will have to do it.
Oblivion, take you. I can't.
We can still succeed. But you'll have to enact the sacrifice, my friend.
Without a soul in the crystal, there will be no way to repair the weapon. It must be done, Osterand.
A sacrifice? What did they come here to do? The skill it took to craft these constructs. Amazing. Just think what this place must have looked like in the time of the Dwemer.
We barely survived the last wave. Valashte's injured. We'll never hold against the dead and the constructs.
Osterand is right. You need time. I'll lead the dead away, down another branch in the tunnels.
Nanath, don't. You'll never survive the swarm.
If my death buys you the time it needs. For Deladil and Meridia!
Giving yourself willingly to the river's current. Noble. More wonders. And a split in the path. Which way shall we go, comrade? Amazing these halls remain intact. A moment. This may be crucial.
My love, Osterond, if you're going to do it, you have to do it now. I'm dying.
I can't. Don't die on me, Valasha. I can't do this.
You must, my love. Or Molag Bal has won.
It's what she wants, Osterand. This is why we came here. Do it!
Goodbye, my love. My Valasha.
Valasha's journal remains. Perhaps it will shed more light on what's going on here. Another journal? Amazing it's still preserved. May I see it? The water begins to clear. 2 cities, 1 warship's Meridia. The other, Molag Bal. Abagarlis, the city of the dead. Just so. These Ancient Ones steal into the heart of the enemy with this crystal weapon. They stop the ritual, and their king ends the... You have the right of it. They sought to hide their prize, but the priestess of Meridia first gave her life. Yes, comrade. The journals also speak of a tome. Instructions for creating the weapon. The crystal heart of the weapon... and still more active constructs.
I can't hold them. You have to go.
I'm not leaving you.
We died when we agreed to this quest. We just kept walking a while. Hide the crystals. Hide the tome. Go!
Such bravery in the face of certain death. The dwarves were quite...
The dead centurion. Fitting resting place for my Valaste. Now just have to hide the tome.
No!
The crystal is in that steam Centurion. We must destroy it! To leave this place. We've succeeded where that withered root dosha failed, comrade. Here, I will take the crystal and the tome. Give them to Merrick, and he can begin learning what it will take to forge the weapon. I have something I must attend to, comrade. The knowledge we have gained here has flooded my mind. I must mine the river.
Wait for her to leave. I must speak with you.
I'll see you down the river, comrade.
Please, speak with me. I have only a moment to talk. You're in danger. Danger I can't fully comprehend. Not even. Someone close to you has plans. Plans for both of us. Plans to betray.
Welcome back from the depths, comrade. Guildmaster Caesar. Thank you. I'll begin my research straight away. You'll be the first we contact once I know the details. In the meantime, Caesar Colors sends her regrets she couldn't stay. She said she had an urgent... I'll begin...
Comrade, I must speak with you about an urgent matter. Caesar Colors requests you make your way to her as soon as possible. She said she hopes to make use of your prize. She said you'd understand what that meant. She and Aelith await you at the hall in Shornhelm. Go well. Not much you don't already know. Every blade's been turned toward the Daedra. Heard a big crew took down an anchor somewhere in Cyrodiil last week. Messy business.
I see the messenger found you, comrade. We've discovered much since our adventure in Mizenelt. The events of the past continue to stalk us. The visions, my friend. The Aelids fled from the forces of Molag Bal and hid away the remains of a powerful relic. Merrick has taken the crystal and the tome to an ancient... In time, comrade. First, you and I must travel afield, to the ruined city Abagarlis. It was there the Aelids went. Comrade, you were the first person I thought of when it came time to explore a musty ruin. That is... Of course, you have much to concern yourself with. When last we spoke, we had explored the dwarven ruin of Mizenelt. We found an ancient crystalline tome. You have my apologies, comrade. When I heard the ancients speaking of the Mortum Vivicus, I knew the past might contain more clues to solve our present crisis. I wanted to begin my... We call it the Earthforge. Merrick found it on a contract a few years ago. The maintenance constructs had long since shut down. The ruin... In Mizenelt, we saw visions of ancient soldiers, survivors of a strategic attack on a city of darkness. Welcome to the ruins of Abagarlis, comrade. Ancient home to a foul den of necromancy. We are here to relive the past. In Mazenelt, we saw a squad of soldiers on the run for their lives. Here, at Abagarlis, that same group. After Mazenelt, I researched a way to take control of the visions we saw. Osterond was the ancient soldier charged with bearing the prismatic weapon into battle. The ancients stood against the Vivicus and survived. Now, Molag Bal makes ready to unleash the same relic against Tamriel again. Hold still just a moment, comrade.
It's up to you, Osterand. You bear the prismatic weapon, and the hopes of everyone in Delodil. Lenath and Kurano will hold the door from this side. Valasha and I from the other. May the sunburst guide your sword arm, my friend.
My son, you must ensure I am not disturbed. Maintaining the final phase of the Mortum Vivicus requires all of my concentration.
By the light, that must be the Mortum Vivicus.
My sacred charge! Your light for the master! No! My sacred charge! Your light for the master! Destroy! Still destroy.
Wait! What? No, my lord! I served you faithfully!
Well, you accomplished nothing. I removed the Vivicus to Cold Harbor. This doom will come again to Tamriel.
Comrade, over here! This is terrible, my friend. Osterond was on the verge of destroying the Vivicus, and... No, the rapids have grown swift, and we did not even notice. Let me explain. Do you remember the... I had assumed that this relic she spoke of was a legend. Even when I heard the words of Osterond, Endera, and their companions, I thought this was a threat from... You saved Merrick from a worm cult plot to harvest souls, remember? Those souls are fuel for the Vivicus. The intact Mortum Vivicus that Molag Bal has kept hidden all this time. You must go to the Forge. Help Merrick Adeswalo restore the prismatic weapon to its full potential. I will do what I can to find where he has hidden the Vivicus. I would entrust this task to no one else, comrade. You go with the weight of the guild on your shoulder. Just so, my friend. I believe it to be some kind of relic. A massive spell capable of holding and harnessing the souls of thousands upon thousands of dead. You saw through the eyes of Osterond, one of the valiant ancients that fought and died in Mazenelt to safeguard our future. According to what we saw, it was he who slew Queen Palo...
How was your research trip with the Guildmaster, comrade? Truly, what happened? Were the ruins infested with undead? Stendarr's wrath would have served you in good stead. Comrade, did you say try? The Vivicus is not some long-destroyed legend? Then, when Dosha took me prisoner, She was to harvest my soul for this abomination? By all the eight! We should be moving. I helped to find this place years ago, Stendarr's will. Comrade, this news is disquieting. I'm glad you're here with us. I've made preparations to work the prismatic crystal, to reforge the weapon from the time of the ancients. Welcome to the Earth Forge. Quite a sight, is it not? Comrade, we must restore this weapon of old. Make ready for any new plots by the Prince of Lies. I feel the strength of Stendarr flow. I shall work the anvil, form the core. You will keep the fire at the proper temperature. Many and many times must the fire be stoked to keep an even flame and flow. Use the bellows here to stoke the flame just a bit. Use the valve to my other side to stoke it yet more. And for the lever just next to the valve releases pressure from the forge. But do not worry. I'm certain you'll do fine. Are you ready to begin? I wish it was so, but no. You and I are merely forming the core. Whatever weapon we decide to make, the runes and hilt and... This equipment is very old and very delicate. Stendarr willing, we must try to get it right. Build me a small fire first, and I shall tell you when you are close. Let the fire loose now. Give it all you can. Ease up now. Fire is very close. Ha! Feel that heat? Just a moment and I'll prepare the core. Now I'll need a larger fire, comrade. Double the heat of the last one. Put the spurs to it. Give it all you've got. Let the fire loose now. Give it all you can. Give us some more, but not too much. We are not quite there yet. Too hot, comrade. Cool it down with the lever. Release the pressure. Pull that lever. Bring the fire down to the right temperature. That's the fire I'm looking for. Stand back. I shall prepare the core. Now we need an even hotter fire. The largest yet. Twice the size of the last one. Give it more. Get the flames large enough to make more heat. Make it hotter. More. Make this fire remind me of Sentinel Sand. Keep it coming. The heat's rising, but we're not there yet. These flames are starving. Feed them as much as you can. Let the fire loose now. Give it all you can. Give us some more, but not too much. We are not quite there yet. Stendarr's wrath, that fire is hot. Just a moment, comrade. I'll prepare the core. We've done it. Very well done, comrade. Excellent work, oh my comrade. Together there is nothing we cannot do. We are well on our way, I can feel it. We'll have to tinker with it to see what... Stendarr's grace, what's that noise?
Fools! Do you truly think you could hide that trinket from the god of schemes? People of Abagala serve me even in death. My devoted, kill them. Kill them and bring me the crystal. Blasphemy must not be allowed to be reforged. Bring that crystal to Cold Harbor.
For the Lord of Brutality.
Serve me, even in death.
Stendarr shield us. The Earthforge overrun with undead. That was Molag Bal himself. Did you hear his voice? Made my blood run cold. That such an evil thing could be right here, you know? I do not know. Perhaps he somehow can track the core itself? If the Prince of Lies is planning to use the Vivic... No, not just yet. We came so close. Don't worry, though. I can complete the final steps on my own. This weapon will yet see the light of day, mark my words. You have the right of it. I'll speak with the Provost Generals and post some guards. If undead can come boiling up out of the mountain at any time, there's no telling what might happen here. Yes, we should be going. We must find Seize All Colors and inform her what has happened here. By Stendarr! Are you all right, Aelynne?
What happened in there? How did these worms find the forge?
We were finishing up when they appeared. They were after the crystal and tome. How did they know? How did they know about this place?
Aelynne does not know. Merrick, this whole thing is madness. She has us hunting Daedra, and now they come calling on our doorstep.
Aelynne, behind you!
Aelynne, Merrick, I do not rest easily.
Dark Moons! Guildmaster Iceblade, what's happening?
I was murdered, comrades. Seek my killer. Let me find peace.
Wait! Who killed you?
Interesting. Very interesting. Aelynne has her suspicions.
This is unbelievable. Stendarr's horn. We all thought the Guildmaster died in his... I'm sorry, comrade. I knew Yofnir a long time. You're right. We need to... I think I'll let Aelynne lead the way this time. Come.
Were you successful? Have you forged the weapon? We have more need of it now than ever, my friend. As you well saw. What has happened, comrade? I do not like the look on your face. Or the scowl Merrick bears. The god of schemes himself has taken notice of our quest. We're all in murky water now, comrade. And the current grows swift. What? Yofnir murdered? This is dire news, comrade. The Council must be told straight away. There will have to be an investigation. Thank you for standing beside us. Merrick, Aelynne, and I will confer with the Council of Provost Generals. We'll want to talk about the attack, and this revelation about Guildmaster Iceblade. We'll contact you again when there's more to discuss. Until then, comrade.